The Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army is a collection of statues that are playing the roles of soldiers in the armies of Qin Shi Huang, who was the first emperor of China. It is classified as a funerary art buried with the emperor. The army was well discovered on March 29th in the year of 1974. The army held various kinds of roles, such as warriors, chariots, and horses. The soldiers have different types of heights, the tallest being the generals. There were more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses. Other non-military statues were found alongside those pits, including officials, acrobats, strongmen, and musicians. Qin Shi Huang achieved one of the most historical sites in the story of Asia, along with a great message to those who will fight for what they believe in. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan conquered more land than Alexander the Great, well known as one of the best military commanders in world history. Genghis Khan is famous for various kinds of achievements. For starters, he managed to unite multiple tribes of people to become one of the most successful empires in global history. He will always be remembered in history as the founder of the great dynasties.
Asia is located at the east and it measures 44.58 million square kilometers, being the 30% of the world's total landmass. It has the most population and it is the largest continent in the world. Asia shares border with the Middle East and Europe to the west, Oceania to the south, and North America to the east. It is usually divided into the following regions: Central Asia, East Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Being that big has also made Asia a continent with a variety of climates. Central Asia has extremely high temperatures, while North Asia is home of extreme cold temperatures such as in Russia. Some of the driest places are located in the deserts of Central Asia, but Asia is also home of the wettest place in the world, a town in India. South Asia is home of a mixture of monsoon weather and tropical savannas and great heat. Asia is also home of a great variety of resources. Agriculture is based on the region of Asia because of the different climates. In Central Asia, crops that can handle dry weathers are raised, while in the Southeast zone, home of monsoon, other crops are planted. Fishing, forestry, and mining are also important industries in Asia. China and Japan are the world's largest group of consumers of seafood worldwide, and forestry is a highly important but risky industry because it is the cause of deforestation. Lastly, China, Indonesia, India, and Russia are between the most productive mining economies worldwide.
So this is a world map, and the highlighted area, the red one, it's the continent of Asia. And I'm gonna talk to you about the religions that they have and the different languages that they speak. The most common religions in Asia, it's the Sunni, Orthodox, and also Buddhism. But there's also lots of Catholics, Protestants, Shia, Hinduism, Judaism, Chinese religions, Shinto and Buddhism, and traditional and tribal, and Muslims. Talking about languages in Asia, one of the most popular is the Turkic and also the Slavic, but there's many languages like Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, Tungusic, Austronesian, Dravidian, Indic, and many more. Talking about the world population, Asia is 60%, Africa 14%, Europe 10%, and America is about 13%, and Oceania 0.53%. So that means that more than 50% of the people in the world lives in the continent of Asia.
Distinctive elements of Asia. One of those elements is rice, because it's the main food in countries of Asia, like tortillas is to Mexico, so it's really important. It started around 70,000 years ago in Southeast Asia, and it developed in countries there. The first crop appeared in China 5,000 years before Christ, then it appeared on Cambodia, Vietnam, and South India, then the whole Asia. Martial arts movies is another element that is distinctive in Asia. The earliest martial art film came out of Shanghai in the 1920s and remained popular in China and then other parts of Asia. Some popular actors that made more popular these type of movies are Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. Another distinctive element of Asia are their festivals, like the New Year on China, the Qingming Festival in Hong Kong, the Holi in India mainly, but it's also celebrated in Sri Lanka, Nepal, and others.
Asian spices. Spices are very important in Asia because of their value to their culture. A spice is a seed, root, berry, or other types of vegetables that serve in the Asian cuisine for flavoring, coloring, or to preserve food, and many other type of uses, such as medical systems, found in China, Korea, and India. In Asia, the spices have served not just for their food, otherwise for boosting their economy during the Middle Ages, in the spice trades between the European countries and later in America, when spices were among the most demanded and expensive products available, with the presence of cinnamon, nutmeg, and black pepper in South Asia and Middle East, herbs and pepper in East Asia. Tea. Tea plays a major role in Asian culture, whether it's in China, India, or Malaysia, including Japan. Tea ceremonies, in their various forms, are a major part of most Asian cultures. As an example, in India, in the 17th century, becoming the national beverage.
Cultural achievements by Asians are almost infinite. We have the four great inventions from China, which are paper, gunpowder, printing, and the compass. Let's not forget that India was one of the first civilizations to apply the usage of nonviolence as a form of active protest, and a big contributor to major religions such as Hinduism and Buddhism. India was also responsible in the usage of spices in food. One of the biggest achievements was the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a route that promoted commerce in every aspect. It united Eura- Eurasia into an international trading community. Another great invention that we hope everybody uses is the toilet paper, which was officially first introduced in China, but the first mention of it dates back to the year 589 in Korea.